Hi, welcome to All About Mechanical Engineering. Today's video is on Introduction to Solids. In this video, we will understand various kinds of solids, the similarities and differences between them. Starting with the definition, the geometry which has three dimensions is called as solid. Coming to the types, there are basically two types of solids. One is called as polyhedron and second is called as solid by revolution. As per the definition, a solid which has multiple flat faces is called as polyhedron, whereas when a 2D plane is being revolved 360 degrees forming a solid surface, such a solid is called as solid by revolution. Polyhedron covers prism, pyramid, cube also called as hexahedron and tetrahedron, whereas cylinder, cone and sphere are categorized under solid by revolution. Let's start with polyhedron and the details regarding prism. So if you start with triangular prism, a triangular base will be there which looks like this, will have certain amount of vertical flat faces. So this is the first face, this is second, and this is the top here, and this is the third vertical face at the back, and this is the base. So if you have the three corners at the base, that is a triangular prism will have three lateral surfaces, that is rectangular faces vertical. In case of a square prism, you'll have one, two, let's see through it, the third one and the fourth. There are four vertical surfaces on the lateral side on this or on the side of it. You have a top similar to the base. Similarly, for a pentagonal prism, you'll have five lateral surfaces. First one, second. Third is at the back, fourth and fifth. There is a top similar to the base. And for the hexagonal prism, you'll have six surfaces. First, second, third, then through it, fourth, fifth, and sixth. You have a top similar to the base. If you go on increasing the number of sides, you can have the corresponding names. You can have heptagonal prism, octagonal prism, and so on. If pyramid is considered, triangular pyramid has a triangular base similar to the prism, but the only difference is here you don't have any top surface, you have an apex. So I have three lateral surfaces here also, but the shape is different. First one is this, the second one, and this is the third one, and this is the base. In case of a square pyramid, we'll have four lateral surfaces, the first one, the second, the third, and the fourth, and this is the base. The axis is shown here, which is kindly visible in case of a pyramid rather than in case of prisms. It gets hidden due to the vertical longer edge. Pentagonal pyramid will have five lateral surfaces, one, two, this is the third one, the fourth and the fifth, and there is a base obviously. For hexagonal, you'll have six, first one, the second, third, the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth, and this is the base. Now, what is a cube or also called as hexahedron? So it has each face of a square shape. So in total, you'll have six square faces. The first one, the second, the third, the fourth, fifth one is the top, and sixth is the base. Tetrahedron is a special kind of pyramid which has equilateral faces as lateral surfaces, three surfaces, and the same equilateral shape and size will be at the base. So in total, there are four equilateral faces. That's why the name is tetrahedron. Tetra means four. Now, what is solid by revolution? In order to create a cylinder, let us take a rectangle here and let us fix this side as an axis and rotate this complete rectangle through 360 degrees. The surface generated will be looking like this. So you have this as the front face. There is an axis here which we have kept as a side of the rectangle. This is the top, this is the bottom. In case of a cone, you have a right angle triangle whose vertical side is being fixed as axis and it is being revolved, generating this shape which is called as cone. So if you want to see through this, this is the surface and this is the base. In case of a sphere, let us take a semicircle, fixing its diameter here, rotating it or revolving it through this axis 360 degrees. This is the surface which will be generated. Now, difference between a prism and pyramid. Even though they are both categories of polyhedron, there are some differences. So let us take an example of triangular prism and triangular pyramid. I'm keeping triangular same in order to understand the differences. So these are the vertical edges called as longer edges or vertical edges here. They run parallel to each other from the base corners to the top corner. Whereas in case of pyramid, these are called as slant edges because they start from the base corners and they converge at a single point which is called as apex. So here they are called as longer edges or vertical edges, here they are called as slant edges. Number of longer edges or slant edges depends on the base shape of the prism or the pyramid. Here, as we have taken a triangular prism, the number of longer edges here is 3. Here it's a triangular pyramid, so number of slant edges is 3. If we go on increasing the number of corners to square, then it will be 4 and so on. For number of more corners, the number of longer edges or slant edges will increase. Another difference we can see here is in a prism, the same shape is available at the base and at the top surface. Whereas a pyramid will have a base and a apex instead of a top surface. Also, the shape of lateral surface here, for a prism, it will be always a rectangular or a square shape in case of a cube. Whereas in case of pyramid, the shape of lateral surface is a triangle. For solid by revolution, as it does not have any corners, it is assumed that the surface which is being generated here consists of multiple generators joining together in order to form it. So here are the generators for your understanding. Similarly, here you can see the generators. They form the surface. For solids, in case of cylinder, cone and sphere, we have imaginary generators forming the surface. As prisms can rest on longer edges, pyramids can rest on slant edges. Similarly, cylinder and cone can also rest on their generator. Hope you have enjoyed the video. See you again with another video.